As a 35-year-old male, I thought a family vacation would be the perfect way to relax and bond with my loved ones. We rented a cozy cabin in a secluded area, surrounded by nature, far away from the hustle and bustle of our daily lives. The idea was to spend some quality time with my 32-year-old wife, my 60-year-old father, and my 30-year-old brother. Everything seemed perfect, at least at the start. The cabin was charming, with rustic decor and a warm fireplace, setting the mood for what I anticipated to be a peaceful getaway. My wife was excited, my father was jovial, and my brother seemed more relaxed than I'd seen him in years. The first couple of days were filled with laughter, shared meals, and long hikes. But soon I began noticing subtle shifts in behavior. There were whispered conversations between my wife and my brother, lingering glances that seemed to carry hidden meanings. One afternoon, I caught a glimpse of them leaving a room together, their expressions quickly changing as they noticed me. My father seemed to be unusually interested in their interactions, often joining in their hushed talks. I decided to keep my suspicions to myself, watching them closely without raising any alarms. The turning point came unexpectedly. I had returned to the cabin earlier than planned from a solo hike, eager to surprise them. Instead, I found the front door ajar and the cabin eerily silent. As I moved through the house, I heard muffled voices coming from the back room. Pushing the door open, I was hit by a scene I could scarcely comprehend. My wife, my father, and my brother entangled in a situation that defied all sense of normalcy. For a moment, I was paralyzed, the shock rendering me speechless. My father at his age participating in such a betrayal? My brother, who I'd trusted implicitly, involved in this tangled mess. My wife, who I'd shared my life with, now part of this unforgivable act. The room was a swirl of chaos as they scrambled to explain, each voice rising above the other in a futile attempt to justify the unjustifiable. Once the initial shock subsided, I found my voice, demanding explanations, answers, anything that could make sense of this twisted reality. They stumbled over their words, each offering pitiful excuses, claiming it was a spur-of-the-moment lapse of judgment. I felt the walls closing in, the air thick with betrayal and deceit. Without another word, I turned on my heel, my mind set on leaving this madness behind. I packed my belongings in a daze, the weight of the situation pressing heavily on my shoulders. Their voices followed me as I moved through the cabin, pleading, apologizing, but I was beyond listening. The drive back was a blur, the silence in the car punctuated only by my racing thoughts. I left them behind, all of them, not just physically, but emotionally as well. The vacation that was meant to strengthen bonds had shattered them instead, leaving me with more questions than answers. In the weeks following, the fallout was as expected. Relationships strained, communication reduced to terse exchanges or complete silence. The future seemed uncertain, and I found myself grappling with the enormity of the betrayal. How do you rebuild after something so fundamentally destructive? I'm left questioning everything I thought I knew, everything I believed in. Have any of you experienced something similar? How do you move forward when the people closest to you become the source of your deepest pain? I'm still searching for answers, for a way to navigate this new reality, and any advice would be appreciated.